Journal Record editor Ted Struley joins us to discuss other stories making news in business this week. Ted, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
There's several school districts are suing the state over education funds. What's the issue there?
Well, it's more than several. There are 48 school districts around the state that have filed a lawsuit asking the Supreme Court to reallocate some money that they say was miscalculated in the collections over a 22-year period starting in 1992. They'd like the court to order the state to go back, recalculate those payments, get the money back from the districts that were overpaid, and reallocate it to the ones they say were underpaid.
The state government's preparing for job cuts and outsourcing. Tell us about that.
We had a conversation this week with the woman at the state who has to review all the plans for reduction in workforce for the state, and she's expecting to see a lot of those coming in. She told us she's already seen some plans for furloughs and voluntary buyouts. Certainly agency heads at the moment are doing what they can to avoid layoffs.
A state lawmaker is making some serious charges against the Department of Public Safety.
That's right. That was Representative Mike Christian this week in a committee meeting accused DPS of conducting some illegal lobbying activity. That was really about all he had to say, other than he was going to take it to both federal and state authorities to have them investigate. Speculation is it has to do with using taxpayer money to lobby against his bill to consolidate 3 state law enforcement agencies.
What are you working on for next week?
Well, we have a story next week about a fight brewing between the wind and oil industries that has to do with tax rates and tax credits. Pretty contentious.
All right. Ted Struley from the Journal Record. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.